Alright, class, same as these other three problems in this part. We're going to figure out the formula for this. We'll figure out the formula for this, and then this time we're going to multiply them. So, doing the green part first, it's going to be cosine of x, cosine of y, minus sine of x, sine of y. And I wish I could keep these all on the same line because I think that'd be easier to see, but it's going to go a little bit lower here. So the blue part would be cosine of x, cosine, no way I'm going to have enough room. Cosine of x, cosine of y, plus sine of x, sine of y. Okay, now what do you notice here? What I notice is I have the same thing in front, same thing in back, but the signs change. And when that happens in math, you square the first term, which would be cosine squared x, cosine squared y, because this part can multiply with this part to become a square. Really it's like xy times xy. What would that equal? Well, that would be x squared, y squared. We'll put that down here. If I had xy times xy, this would equal x squared, y squared, right? Okay, and that's exactly what we're doing right here. If I'm taking this orange part times this orange part, I get cosine x squared, cosine y squared. Between them, I'm going to have a minus sign. And then I'm going to do the second part, which would be sine x, sine x squared, sine y, sine squared y. So we got to go a little bit further here. In the problem we have cosine squared x, sine squared y. So I don't want this here. I want to change that to 1 minus cosine squared, 1 minus sine squared y. Because we have a sine squared y up here, but we don't have a cosine squared y. Same thing over here. We don't have, in our answer, we don't have a sine squared x. So I'm going to change that to 1 minus cosine squared x. Okay, and I still have this sine squared y, and I still have this cosine squared x. So I need to rainbow, which would be cosine squared minus cosine squared sine squared y, minus, I'm going to rainbow the second part, sine squared y. And then what do these two become? Well, with this minus sign out front, okay, it's going to turn to a positive. Well, this is sine squared y. Let me rewrite that. Okay, so when I multiply this by this, there are two negative signs, so it's going to be a plus cosine squared x, sine squared y. And now this will cancel with that, and you're left with cosine squared x, sine squared y. Probably this one will be a little bit more difficult than what you'll see on the test. Alright,